That's CBS. Onion.
Fromage.
Hi! Hi! I love the way OBS just decides to stop capturing if you don't go on the scene for like some unspecified number of seconds, and then it takes a while to recapture. White cheese! Hello! I think you're there. I saw you for like maybe like half a second before the cheese onslaught began. Hold on a second, the volume's the wrong way. Just like, oh no, not the correct. When did I fix that?
Cheese.
When did I fix that? Hi! So is cheese not enough pats? It's true!
Cheese.
Unbelievable! Cheese.
Juusto.
Oh my god.
Käse.
Please, look, it's hot! It's over 30 degrees! It's gonna melt!
Fromage.
I haven't actually implemented melting.
Cheese time.
Hello! Cheese. Hi! Yeah, that's cheese! That's true, Yuke. Oh, thank you. Thank you for saving me from the onslaught, Tense. Oh my...
Cheese.
Damn it, why does it have to reach me here as well?
Hey, how are you?
Hot.
Hatsuma, Katsuma,
Hello?
Satsuma, orange, tangerine, apple, gloggers.
I'll take an orange. Hello. Hi. Hi, welcome. Thank you very much for the resub, Cabbage, for 26 flipping months. And tier 2 as well. What in the actual unspecified...
Käse.
You curved that. I mean, like... Or I guess... Hi, Cabbage. How are you doing? Welcome. Hi. Welcome in Spike and Nye and Tynek. Hello.
Käse.
Diploma, orange.
Oh my god.
You gave the Velso's 33 months, not 26.
Wait, why does it say 26 months? Wait, hold on a second. Why does it say wait a minute. Okay, wait a minute. It's telling me resubscribed for 26 months, and then it's saying they've been subscribed for 33 months as well. Wait, which thing appeared on the screen? Hold on a second. Wait a minute. I need to check. Let me check my log.txt. Hold on. What's going on here? What's going on? Isn't he meant to be a C# programming stream? What text did it show?
Uncover my mystery. Mystery. Nine.
Mystery. Oh, I can't actually see what the message showed on the screen was. I don't look that. Whoops. I see the IRC message though, and the IRC message does include the 33. Well, thank you for 33 months. Why am I... Okay, why is it like... Why is the first thing that shows up in the text 26 months? Ah! I'm sorry. Also, Pneumatic, thank you very much for 9, not 5, not 5. 9 months. Welcome. How are you doing? I'm sorry. If this has not been proof that I don't deserve the subscriptions, I don't know what is. Anyway, hello, welcome. I hope you're all doing okay. Welcome in then. Welcome. Cheese. I deserve all the cheese at this moment. Hi, Tense. Welcome. It's been ages since you got a Ustream. Has it? Welcome. Hi.
Cheese.
Welcome, Nye. Why throwing cheese there?
Cheese.
Yes, why? I know what it is. I don't know why it is. Everybody always says what cheese, but not why cheese. So I don't know how that goes. Hi, Doc Rect. Hi.
Course.
Hold on, I gotta catch up. I gotta do some catching up. And then thank you very much for the pats. Myriad, hello, hi. Why Noi? Because it's hot.
Cheese.
I don't need more cheese on me. Look, it's over 30 degrees already and I haven't begun. Well, I technically have begun, but yeah. So much cheese on the pats, it's true. Welcome in the Kage. Hello. How are you doing? Hello. Hi. I'm scrolling. Chaos, hello. Pneumatic, hello. Cabbage, of course. Welcome, welcome. I think I've caught up. Have I caught up? Have I said hi to Tynek? I have, because you're right at the beginning. Or at least I saw you at the beginning. I didn't know if I said it. Anyway, also, I have to... I have to also go... for cabbage. Hopefully that is acceptable. I'm sorry. This music needs to chill a bit. Wow!
YKIISLV, YKIISLIFE.
Hi, Jason! Oh my goodness! Welcome, welcome. Hello. Okay, what I learned now is that I need to read the subscription number that it's showing from the text chat on OBS, which is over there for me, not from the activity feed on OBS, which is on the right-hand side, where it first tells me the 3 months. The text says it's telling me 24 months. Thank you very much. Welcome, welcome. You've hit 2 years. How are you doing, Jason? Welcome. Hi. You have cheese? I have way too much cheese. What is it doing? It's too hot. I actually don't know what temperature cheese melts at. Probably depends massively on the cheese. But I feel like it's hot enough that it will be melting right now. Ah,
cheese!
If I had programmed it. I have the heat haze after all. Guess it's been a while since you've seen this on stream. What are we doing today? That's a good question, and I've been managing to not say it at all yet, so maybe I should actually say it. I hope everybody's doing right. Oh, what the hell is it? Scam train? Thank you for the scam train. What the hell? I haven't seen a scam train in ages. At least not a level 2 one, I think, for sure. I know for sure, not I think. I thought Twitch had just given up on them on my channel, but suddenly here they are. Even though, like, because people were still being generous, but Twitch was like refusing to initiate the scam train, thereby making it even more of a scam train. We'll have to see. It's true. Why is there winter outside the window? Because it's me. It's a reflection of me. Not a literal reflection. My window's not that shiny. It's because it's Yuki. So that we can dream. Yeah, it helps keep me going, you know. You know how it is. It's like moral support, Snow. That's just how it always is. Except for at Halloween time. What is this? Random thread of something on my desk. Help! My hand's stuck. Okay. Well, we are going to be doing a little bit of programming today. At least I'm going to try to. I want to try and do something that's
Post.
not saving the kidneys. I want to do something that is not saving the kidneys. Because I've already done it. Stop! However, I will hydrate. With a cup this time, a mug that's not going to be aligned properly.
Cheese.
I was expecting worse, honestly. What's the board rate of cheese? I get bored of cheese immediately, so, you know, infinite. Thank you for the posture check as well.
Cheese!
Cheese.
Minnie is the cutest bad. Is Minnie here? Did I miss Minnie? I don't think did I miss a Minnie? Miss a Minnie? Did I min a Missy? Uke noise achieved. That was the stretching, yeah. Oh, also I need to go. Put this to you. There were cheese. Oh, right. We got a mini cheese then. Thank you. I'm glad. Thank you. For clapping the Nyan performance. The performance. Just quickly checking the redeems to see if I missed anything. I don't think I missed anything, but I'm paranoid as hell now after misreading the thing earlier, which I'm still sorry about. Yeah, I wanted to make a little program in C. I wanted to learn how to use the serial port in the C, which will allow me to like do Arduino stuff from C to like read get messages from the Arduino. And the reason that I'm wanting to do this... Serial best port, yes. The serial as in the serial emoji, because that's not being captured on my thingy properly. Because that serial as well, sure. Hi, Psychic. Segmentation fault. Cheese dumps. You know, I need to remember that. That's why people are throwing cheese at me. Yuki, which C standard are you using? We'll see, we'll see. That pun not intended. Pun not intended. I don't know though.
Post.
I mean, technically it's going to be like C++, even though I'm not going to be using any ++y features. I'm probably going to write it pretty much like C99, I don't know. Anyway, the reason I want to do this is because I want to be able to like capture. So on previous streams, I've been trying to like reverse engineer the sound chip on a Yamaha musical keyboard from 1990. And I've got it now to the state where I can receive those messages. So the way it's, we have the musical chip in the keyboard, which is getting messages from its CPU, and I'm snooping on those messages with an Arduino, and then the Arduino is sending them off to me. I'm being like a sneaky snook in the middle. Well, it's not really in the middle because it's more like a Y. It's more like the road forks in two, and it goes to both the sound chip and to me. Anyway, I want to be able to record them once they reach the computer. So I need to be able to listen to them. Obviously, we can look at them appearing on the little Arduino IDE's console thingy, but I don't want that. I want to store them. I want to be able to timestamp them and store them. I want to be listening with my own program. And when it receives the one, we see what the time is, how much time passed or whatever. And write it out into a file. And then in the future, I want to be able to read the file, you know, back and play it back out to the sound chip. We can't control the sound chip yet. But, you know, I want to at least... Let's start recording. Let's start by listening. Let's not open our mouths and try and speak before we know what to say, right? That's probably a thing that I should do in real life. Thank you for the pats. Hi, Uni. Thank you for being the streaking for 3 streams. Being the streaking. Oh yeah, I once again had the... Hold a second. Had the, injection for helping with hay fever thingy. It's not helping as much as last year, but that's probably because last year I waited for the... I went through the most awful 1 or 2 weeks of the year that always happens at the end of May, beginning of June. And then it was after that suffering that I was like, okay, I need to find something to try to help with it. And this year I had it like right at the start, so I guess it's like, you know, it's not fixing it completely this time, but it's I think it's helping somewhat. I'd probably be literally dying right now. Otherwise. Anyway, so I had a little look while I was in bed. I did some light reading on my phone, you know how it is. The mix that everyone does. A few Zenless fanfics. A little bit of the MSDN serial API in Windows. You know how it is. You know how it is. Anyway. I managed to sit down and actually write a substantial amount of code today. Hell yeah! And see, this is huge because you struggled to do anything productive like that for yourself ever since you started working. Well, congratulations on productivity. I'm going to attempt to be a little productive today. I got to stop by around 9 though, when I'm going to, you know, be disgusting and sweaty because of how hot it is, so that I can still shower in time for not disturbing people. I don't know how it is, you have a strict no phone policy for bed. That sounds useful. I got into a habit of logging things, which some therapy thing said for me to do, and I don't think it's really helped, but, you know, it's just been a habit for a very long time now, so. But hello, Bucky, how are you doing? Welcome, welcome. Hi. I'm gonna press...
Cheese.
How dare you? I'm frowning really hard, but it's not tracking. It kind of is, it's just not making me look... My ears going.
Cheese.
Hold on. I'm gonna restart my tracking. When I find where it is. Where is it? That's my music. There it is. Let me just make a silly face. Bleh! I didn't get to see what it was because OBS was not appearing. Okay, now I can be angry. I can be happy. I can be surprised. At the same time. Okay, so, I've tried to reopen. I tried to re-find it. Not on my phone. And, let's have a look. Ah, my nose is still very itchy though. So, I think what I'm gonna do first is press this button. I did! Oh, hang on. We're not playing Zenless. Get out of here. Logo. Be gone! Where are we? Where is it? There it is. Okay, let's load up the old Visual Studio. Think of the past devil. How's the devil doing? How the devil is the devil doing? So every time I go silent for a moment and I look off to the side really weirdly, it's because I'm blowing my nose. Let's make a new project. Let's call it serial monitor, I think. Let's do this. It's gonna be a console thing. About to go to your coffin? How am I? Extremely hot and pretty hay fevery. Sorry. Alright, let's not store it in here, which I've never done in my entire life, and yet it still chooses that by default. Let's call it serial monitor. Bless you, thank you. Alright. Ah! I'm dying. Whoa! X! Hello! Hi! How are you doing? Welcome. How is the X? Hi. Is it possible to choose C and not C++, by the way? Ah, whatever. I don't really gain anything by technically making it C. How are you doing, X? Welcome. How was your stream? Shout out Exia_Contavt. What were you up to? Have I said hi, Myriad? Hi, Myriad, in case I haven't. Final Fantasy XII. That's 12! The Zodiac Age. I've never heard of that. Let me take a close look at that. Interesting. I've never heard of that, and I've not, like, the picture doesn't ring a bell either. I did? Okay, good. You gain street cred by using C without a C++ compiler? I mean, it's MSVC in the end either way, right? So, I don't know. Let's just change things and change this to printf, which I need to include with, I think that's in Studio, right? We good? We good. And we need to do the system wait thingy, which, well, I mean, I'm gonna need to include Windows.h anyway, so let's just rip my bandage off. Wasn't that in Windows? It is in Windows. Thank you for the pants! 50 stream streak? You need to level up more off stream? Okay. I see. Use Clang, it can't compile C++. Interesting. I think I mistyped /n. I know, I didn't even type it. That's just how it looks in this one. It's a backslash. Let's see if this works. Sanity check. There it is. I'm gonna be dragging this window from one screen to the other screen a lot of times, I think, today. Anyway, so I had a look. Hello, Yukiya World CPP. Yeah. Yuki World. But yeah, welcome everybody. Hi. Welcome in Suicide Zaku. Hello, hello. And Forgotten Bud. Hello. Devil have a nice coffin if you're still here. I'm not sure if I said that. Good luck with leveling up off stream. Make sure you take care of yourself. X. And everybody else who came over. I should introduce myself. Hi, I'm a weird cat. And I'm gonna be sniffling a lot and stuff and probably sneezing because of hay fever. It's the worst time of the year for me. I've had a thing that's meant to help. I'm not sure if it's helping much. Anyway, I'm about to be attempting to program a thing. So, the way it seems to work is serial ports in Windows are just treated the same way. Well, they're kind of based upon files, almost. Hi, Misaka! Hi, weird cat probably sniffling a lot. It's me. Weird cat probably sniffling a lot. So yeah, this was kind of a little bit surprising to me. Seems rather Linuxy, which is not a bad thing in this case. And you just kind of open a special file, which looks absolutely ridiculous when written with all of the escaping of C, / dot / this. But really it's / dot /, which is a prefix that you use for like, I'm not sure what it officially is, but it enables some fancy handling in Windows when you're telling it to open a file. This is also the way that you can get around the... you can also like prepend... I learned from the old days of programming that you can get around like... I think there's like a 256 character path length limit or something, which is silly. But if you prepend some of the open file things with this, then it'll enable support for long paths. Anyway, we're not using it for that reason. We're using it because that's apparently how you open a COM port as well. But I mean, in this case, Linux and myself are not entirely compatible in every way. Mind you, neither are Windows and me, but anyway. And there's this concept of what Windows calls overlapped I/O, which seems to just mean asynchronous I/O. You can tell it to do a thing, the function returns immediately, and you can check on it, or yeah, basically check on it later, see if it's done. Using a system of events. UNC names? Is that what they're called? Hi Finyuki! Hi Freddy Confetti! I/O? Yeah! Input and output. But in theory, just COM1 might also work. Those are still prohibited names for files. They are indeed, but I'm going to be following the example. And then maybe I'll see if it does still work without it. But, I mean, I know that this worked at least back in the XP days. I don't know if it existed before Windows and the Windows NT kernel, but whatever. I owe the OS 10,000. Oh, the IRS. I owe the IRS. That's funny. But also probably not a thing you should say on my stream. I know it's a joke, it's a joke. It's a joke. And you just gotta say it in Minecraft at the end. And that legally exonerates you from any and all implications of crime. Anyway, I'm just gonna begin. You know what, I should probably actually... Well, for now I'll hardcode it. But eventually I probably should do something like this, where I pass in, you know, I can just run the program from a console and like type the name of the COM port I want and then open that COM port. You're so proud of this stream. Aww! Vertical tabs. Corin best build, Ellen best build, Sorkaku best build, Arya best build, Zhao best build, Cecilia best build. Yeah, you know. I've been trying to get the best drive discs and stuff. I mean, I don't even know why I've got Corin best builds up anymore because she's extremely... She's like my best built character currently. I can probably remove that. Suna's also, and Arya. Corin, Suna, and Arya are showing up as like... It doesn't even suggest anything for me to do on Zenith for those ones anymore because I've leveled them up so much. Carrie! Welcome, Carrie. Hi. I wasn't looking at Zena stuff. No. I was looking at programming stuff. Hi. How you doing, Carrie? Welcome. Welcome virtually Char, or Char, perhaps, if it's like short for Charlotte. Sleepy. Hello. Strikes T. How you doing? Snake Raid. What are you up to? Was this the... Wait, what did I just... Wait. Okay, I started typing somewhere that didn't have focus and I was very scared. Hi, Mathemagics. Was today a Yuri Art Day? Kiri, Artemis. Let me see what you're up to. It was! Wait, art/dev. Art/dev. Were you making art for a game? I'm trying to give head pads. Help. Help! Okay, there we go. Head pad. Look at that wonderful flag in the background. Unfortunately, it's only some boring programming. Aww. Man, I'm well. If you like boring programming, you came to the right place. Ta-da! I'm trying to gestures wildly, but I'm trying to just point. Hi, Sherry Cat. Hello. Hi. I should introduce myself. Hello. Hi. It's me. I'm a weird cat. My hand tracking's not working. My hand tracking's really not working. There we are. You pronounced my name right. A rare occasion. Shah? Nice. Ah.
Cheese.
Working on a modular 3D character system for modular 3D character system. Is this for your Snake Studio program? VTubing software, by the way, if anyone's interested in VTubing, is wanting to, you know, especially if you're technically minded and might want to, like, you know, customize a bunch of stuff. You might want to check out Snake Studio. This is for actual game stuff. Oh, okay. Hi, Trade Splatter. Welcome. Yuisha! Hello, hi! Aww. No, you. You're working on animating an AMV of Mint from Neverness to Everness. I need to look up who Mint is. I know of the game now. Let me do this over here. NTE Mint. Oh, she has a kind of minty colored hair. Would you look at that? Interesting. That's cool. I like the fact that people still make AMVs. Wouldn't that be like a GMV? Game music video? I'm gonna say we'll make an anime eventually though. Kiri's working on a Godot-based VTubing software. She is! Snake Studio is the name of it, as you can see there. Do I have a command for that? I feel like I should have a command for that. But I don't think I do. Let me see. Command. I do not. Hang on, let me do the thing that will allow you to post a link to it, should you please. There you are, you should be able to post it now if you want to. Here we. But yeah, I'm trying to learn how to use the serial pod on Windows in C today. NT has a first-person view where her boobs block the view. Nice. I didn't know. Okay, that's actually really cool that you can have a first-person view in Neverness to Everness. I didn't know that. It's a game that I've been wanting to try out, but I don't have enough hard drive space or SSD space, I should say. Hi Faffin, welcome. It's got a website that never gets updated at snakestudio.com. There it is. Nice, you got the domain there, that's pretty cool. You wish you could program, but the only way you can learn it is through Code Academy. I mean, wait, you're saying you can learn though, that's good, right? That means you will be able to. Windows serial port, a field of evil. It doesn't seem too bad from the example code. So it seems you open it just as a file. You say that you want to be able to read and write. I wonder if you could just open it with only read access if you only wanted to read it. But I'll do exactly their example code first before I start tweaking it. And the reason I'm wanting to do this, it does link to the current repo and stuff. Okay, that's nice. That's nice, Kiri. The reason I'm wanting to do this is because I'm wanting to, like, I've used the serial port and stuff in ye olden days, but not in C. So I would like to make a program that can receive data from the Arduino, timestamp it, and write it to a file. You have to read and write to change the port settings. Interesting. So in their example here, they are saying create file. Blah, 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 and they're doing it with an overlapped mode, meaning asynchronous. I actually don't know if I want it to be async. I kind of would, because here's the thing. I'm wanting my code to be able to respond as quickly as possible, because like timing is critical here, because I'm wanting to be able to timestamp the messages that come in, that are being sent out to that Yamaha FM chip. So it's for music, right? So it's very important. So I'm going to be like, when a message comes in, I want to be able to have it right now. I don't want to be just... So if I wanted to have that with asynchronous, I'd be sitting in a tight loop, you know, while loop, just going over and over. Are you done yet? Are you done yet? Are you done yet? Are we there yet? Is the data here? So I might as well just sit on a blocking wait message and not have to be polling. Assuming that the blocking wait message actually immediately unblocks and my code runs the second something's available, and that it's also not just, you know, to the nearest 15 milliseconds or whatever the timer resolution is set to. So, I might not do that. But maybe I will just to, you know, like I said, I'll use their code to begin with. And then I'll break it so that it doesn't work anymore, and then I'll put it back. So we tried to open the file. This is our handle for the file. If it's invalid, we failed. Otherwise, we need to make a thing that basically, is gonna configure what makes the wait event stop waiting. Basically, what do we want? What do we want to see? I really don't care about clear to send. Wait, what is DSR? I know DTR. Isn't it DTR, data terminal already? What is DSR? Thank you for the follow, Mathemagics. Hi, and shit as well. Hi, welcome, welcome. I don't think I care about these. But maybe I will. I mean, the Arduino, you know, it has its own flipping serial buffer anyway, so... But this is for when I'm sending anyway. I'm not sending clear. I don't care if I'm clear to send. I'm just wanting to listen to the Arduino, so I really don't need that. So what I want is for it to give me characters, right? A character was received and placed in the input buffer. Pat a cat? Thank you. You did. You patted me. If it worked. Did it work? Wait, did it work? I actually can't remember. Why is it not tracking my eyebrows again? What's going on here? Why is my face tracking being silly today? Let me restart it. Hold on. I think it's working again. Hey, Macho Jojo! Welcome. How are you doing? There's also RX flag. The event character was received and placed in the input buffer. The event character is specified. Oh, okay, so it's like it's almost like a special character that you're waiting for, which is interesting actually. I think I'll just do this. I'll look at any character that's received. Yeah, I was working in Kiri's stream and just came back. Welcome back. Hi, yeah, I just got raided by Kiri. One moment, I must give pats to the faff. This is important. Hold on. Oh. Oh god, sorry, you're inside my head slightly. Thank you for the pats. And thank you for the 3 stream streak as well. You streaked. So I think I want to actually start writing code instead of just like reading this. What is teacher? Sounds like I'm saying teacher in a weird accent. Shouldn't it be pet the cat? I don't know, just pat a cat sounds funnier in my head. It's just like it's almost like pat a cake, baker's man. The nursery rhyme, but it's just pat a cat. Why am I failing to alt tab? Alright, let's begin. I'm not caring about Hello World anymore. Get out of here. Actually, you know what? Nyan. That means we're beginning running. Seeing the heat waves on your the uke brings me sadness since I know what it means. Yeah, it's pretty hard. Hi, Crease! You wanna know the actual temperature? It's this. Ooh, we're at 32 now! Teacher is Microsoft's maybe 16-bit chart if the program is Unicode type. Huh. Interesting. Do I need to care about that then? I wonder if I even need to care about that. I'm just gonna be receiving binary data. And not like doing any stringy stuff on it. I don't know. Oh, wait. Teacher is used for the... No, it's ridiculous. No. Well, I mean, it's not ridiculous if you want to pass in Unicode stuff, I suppose, but... I mean, we're not gonna... We just want to know the name of the COM port that I'm passing in. Eventually, I'm not even gonna do that yet, so who cares? But I hope you're doing okay, Chris. Okay, so we have a handle, which is, I'm gonna call Hund Serial. In fact, I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna use it immediately. Create file. The file name is gonna be backslash, dot, backslash, or yen dot yen. Com4, I think, is the COM port. Hang on, device manager. I think COM4 is the Arduino that is sitting on my... Yeah, it is. Yeah, it is. So COM4 is actually the... Oh, wait, I'm not going to be able to open that because... I'm not going to be able to open it because of my streaming setup. My streaming setup's using it. Wait, I can just stop it from doing that, actually. My streaming setup doesn't directly use it. This program directly uses it. Also, I could have just looked at this and seen, yes, COM port 4. But I can just close this and then then it'll be fine. I'll just be stuck permanently looking wavy though, I guess. Opening a serial port on Linux be like open dev flags, and that's it. From there you can read and write. I see. O_sync. Is that related? Is that like the? Is that? Oh, does that mean synchronous? Okay, what else do we want here? Desired access. Generic read and generic write are apparently the names of the constants. Generic read. Oh, there's another one. Generic _all. What is that defined as? How do I've forgotten the command to... Why am I spooky? Hi, Evaniti. I've forgotten the keyboard shortcut to jump to a definition. F6? Nope, that's out build or something. I thought it was F2. No. F3? F4? What the fuck is it? F10? Nope, that's also building. What the I don't remember the control click. I've literally never done that. Okay, it's F12. But thank you. I'm not sure about COM4, but I assume it's synchronous as well. Okay, that is read, write, execute. Imagine if we could just execute the serial port. What does that even mean? Okay, I'll just say generic read and write. You seem as synchronous as well? I see. Why am I... Wait, hang on. Wait, why did the effect not kick in on my voice? Why did that not happen? Hold on a second. Is there something wrong with Ableton? Yes, there is. Hold on, let me restart my streaming setup quickly. I mean, not my streaming setup, my audio. You're gonna go deaf for like less than 10 seconds. Okay, I'm back. Let me see if it's working correctly now. Yep, okay, it was not seeing the... Oh. Okay. It was not seeing the MIDI device. Anyway, this one ORD with generic right. Share mode. What is share mode? 0. 0. Okay. Apparently means exclusive access. So 0 sharing. Is that actually like a thing that I could share? Share mode? Okay, whatever. I'm just gonna type 0. Null is default security attributes. Okay, this seems weird to have in the context of thing anyway. Open existing apparently you need and overlapped for what they're doing for asynchronous. Basically that means, but I'm not sure if I want that. But for now I'll do that. This is getting a bit long, so I'm gonna go to a new line. And finally we have null for what? Template file, okay. We good? Const char star is incompatible with parameter of type LPC Worcester. What the, really? What? Really? Hang on, let me just... Let me close it after I end this. What is going on? Okay, I'll just close... File... No, that's not how you do it. File... Close... Wait. Oh, F close. I remember how to use Windows thingies. Anyway, let's close serial. I'm gonna break on this too. Is it complaining that it might be null? Oh, it's not a... Wait. Is it... Wait, it's not a file handle. Oh, they're not the same. It's not a simple file handle.
Jeez.
You guessed it.
My cheese. Those go into close handle. Close handle. Huh. Interesting. Thank you. So it's not a file. Never mind then. Wait.
Events up. Session reconnects.
Okay, time to restart my streaming setup. Because I also am not able to...
Nyan. Events up now entering receive loop.
Please shush. Because reconnection doesn't work and I don't know how to make that work. Hamburg experiencing a wonderful thunderstorm right now. Nice! I am burning already. Am I good? I don't know, I'm very hot. Okay, this const char star is incompatible with parameter of type LPC Worcester is strange. Is this one of these create file A things? That's not a thing that exists. Oh, it is a thing that exists. Okay, never mind. There we are. The not wide version. Alright, we apparently are opening it and then closing it. Well, I mean, we're going to be failing because...
Temperature on work next to your users goes sleeve low. That's 25% dead.
Sure. I'm very hot. It's true. I am. Look at me, I'm wiggling. She read that correctly? Oh yeah, that was perfect. Absolutely perfect. She'd make a single mistake. Anyway, this is going to be failing because we know the serial port's already open. Anyway, I guess we should have a look and handle that, huh? So if serial, or I guess if not serial, well, no, what they're doing is comparing it to invalid handle value. What is that? I'm going to guess it's 0.
Me, when I'm a crab, Pinsima.
Oh, it's -1.
Crab
Okay.
emoticon. Crab emoticon.
Pinsma? Oh no. Okay, so 0 would be a valid handle, but that's not. -1 is not. Couldn't open serial port. You know what, let me define this as a thing. Let's make it a char const char star. Why? Let's just do... Should I name it this way? I don't really want to have to name it that way. If I don't, I'm gonna have to prepend these. Which is kind of annoying. Which would make me wonder if I even need to put these. Whatever, I'm getting too ahead of myself. Spraying water cools you off. It sounds nice, doesn't it? And we'll just do nothing. I guess we could return an error code. So this... Oh no, we still wanna... You know what? Let me do the old... Error and exit. Is what I used to call it. I'm just gonna do this. I'm gonna pass in a... Oh, I used to do a thing, didn't I? Oh, how did I do this? I once made a thing called error and exit, which functioned exactly like printf. So you could pass in multiple arguments, and it was doing something like... Oh, I forget, man. It's been so long. Well, no, for now I'll just make it it has to be a thing. Error text, and we'll just printf the error text. Pretty sure I did that in the DOS C stuff. Anyway, we'll just say this. We can also not even need to include the \n. Oh yeah, const. And then we'll also print the percent. Oh my god, it's been so long. Is it %s for a string? I feel like an absolute noob right now. Hold on. Let me see. Printf format %s is string. Okay. How does one exit? God, I feel like such an idiot. I can't even remember how I did any of this stuff. I guess we could just basically go to... I'm not even going to try to close the handle in this. Well, yeah, because I haven't opened it, so I guess that makes sense. But that means that I am going to want to do that mostly. Call exit system? Exit, I guess? Okay. That's how I would have used to do it this way, but since I'm only going to need that for one thing, I suppose. I guess I will just make this printf. Because I want a cleanup thing, you know? Which I could still do if I define these things outside of... Yeah, I could actually still do that if I define these outside of here. Let's do that. Let's define them here, and then I can do like a cleanup thing. Which is just going to if and serial. I'm just going to start off as null. If this, then we can attempt to close handle and serial. We're not going to care if it fails. And this is not an exact way that I've done things before. But whatever. Slightly new things, I guess. Might as well then just call cleanup in the end. Hello? Hands and feet have a lot of blood flow when you're too hot, so they're a great place to cool you down. It's true! Cooling your feet in cold water makes you cool very quickly. It's true! That's what I've done in the past. When it's been even hotter than this. In my room. Okay, so it should tell us that it couldn't open the serial pod. Nice. And now if I close this program, which is using the serial pod, or I tell it to use a different serial pod that it can't use, then hopefully this can now open it. it still couldn't, apparently. Why have you got 2 press any keys to any... Oh, I see. Wait, no I don't. Do I? Was that the one from before? I guess it was. It's just nyanning now. Nice. And it's a cleanup. Okay, so it works. Or not? I'm getting a little bit confused. Why did we get 2 of those before? Did system exit also make it say the thingy? Let's get rid of that. I wonder if system exit is also making it say press any key to continue. Okay, it's open now, so it should fail. Oh yeah, system exit is also making it say press any key to continue. Alright. Anyway, so we have our thing open now. So let's... Well, the next thing I want to do is set it up. Like, well, maybe that's the thing I need to do first, I don't know. But thankfully there was an example here, which is apparently using an example from somewhere else. And if I remember rightly... Yeah, they're using a thing called DCB serial params, which is DCB. What is DCB? I know what a DIB is. What is a DCB? I assume it's a type that's in the Windows thing. DCB. It is! Let's see what it is. Oh my goodness. Settable baud rates in the provider. Well, oh, user. Okay, thank God you can go for user, because I'm actually running the Arduino faster than 11520. Not the one for the temperature though, but the one that's going to be sending data to the computer. I think I got it running at... I don't remember what I got it running at. Was it like... I can't remember. 500k baud or something? DCB is a device control block. Thank you, thank you. Oh my goodness. Okay, I'm actually gonna look up DCB on here. I don't know if that's actually gonna find it. Hello? Enter? Wait, we good? Where do I search? Hello? DCB? Where's your search thing? This works on mobile. Why does it not work here? What the fuck? Oh, wait, there's another tiny magnifying glass next to the sign in button. Yes, this is definitely a good site design. DCB. Okay. Okay, the length of the structure. Okay, well, it's not even really... Oh, defines a control setting for a serial communications device. Nice. Do you have an example of like at what position you do this? Apparently not. Anyway, they do open it first here and they handle it, blah 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 blah. And the very next thing they do is set up the DCB. You also have to set up the length yourself, which is crazy.
Jeez.
Why is that loaded? Why cheese? Maytaka is a big sport. Maytaka is big, kind and big helpful as well right now. Why cheese? And not just right now. Hi Topo, welcome, welcome. There is no user thing here even listed. Binary, DTR control, RTS. So where's the user thing? Stop bits, remark, sorry, reserved. How would you even open it with not one of the common baud rates? It's clearly possible because the Arduino IDE is doing it, but whatever, we'll worry about this some other time. 11520 is what I want for now. Interesting, we have ones that are, you know, not the same multiplier thingy, common divisor thingy. They say you can hear the internet if you listen well enough. Oh yeah, I hear it. Alright, let's set up a thing. We have a DCB, and this is our DCB object. Can you do it this way? I think you can, right? But you've got to do the thing where you say this, and then this, and then you can do this. So the length is size of DCB. Alright, we are using some C++ -iness. The baud rate is going to be... Let's align these. 1520. Do we get a baud? Underscore. 1520. One of the things is saying our useful byte size. That is useful. I'd like that to be 8. I'm guessing it's byte size? It's not. Byte 8. Okay, never mind. Let's look at what they are. Byte size. What the? Byte size? The number of bits. Oh, it's literally just... Okay. You just type the number, I guess. There is not a special thing for this. So I could just arbitrarily say, there are... Wait a minute. What type is it? How silly can we be? Oh, it's a byte. Okay. I wanted to say that there are 256 bits in a byte. I wouldn't be able to. I'd only be able to say 255. In a way, an odd number of bytes seems even more cursed. So you know there are 47. There are 47 bits in a byte. There are 8 actually. Stupid silly. 8 and 1. 8 and 1. So that means no parity. Why is parity not showing up as a common thing? I feel like that's very common. Equals parity none. Maybe that's default, but whatever. 1 stop bit. Stop bits 1.0. Yeah, that's it, right? Do I use this flow control? I'm pretty sure I don't, but what I do is that. Okay, what are these? I can't even imagine what they're going to be called. RTS control disable. Actually, let me read this. This might be interesting. Disables RTS line when the device is opened and leaves it disabled. Enables it when the device is open and leaves it enabled. Enable handshaking. The driver raises the RTS line when the input buffer is less than 1/2 full and lowers it when the buffer is more than 3/4 full. Seems a little arbitrary, but okay. Or specifies that it will be high if bytes are available, and after all of them have been sent, it'll be low. That's kind of interesting, isn't it? I don't need any of this, but we're just hopefully going to respond quickly enough. I mean, if our program running here on Windows can't keep up with the 16 megahertz Arduino, we've done something very wrong. Out of order initializers. Oh, is it out of order? Are non-standard in C++. That's... What's even the point of having them referred to by name if you can't access them however you want? What is this? Okay, is it in alphabetical order at least? Can I do it that way around? It's still out of order. Okay, what the f... What order are you initialized in? Are you in the struct? Thank you for the pants, Mental. It's after baud rate apparently, and after parity as well. Why? Why? Oh, there's 2 of these. CTS handshaking and DSR on output. Okay, so both of these. Wait, this is just control, not the 1 and 2. What's the 1 and... Oh, I was misreading. They're not called 1 and 2, it's... something. What does this mean? Is this saying that it's a single bit from this is going to be set, but it's still 32 bits wide? Strange. Where's the explanation of CTS control? CTS. Oh, it's just true or false. Okay. I was looking for a table, but... You need C++ 20 for that C99 feature? I've set it to 20. You can't even access by dot if it's not set to 20. Anyway, so that comes next, and this should be in order now, right? Yeah. I'll set the DTS flow as well. DTS. ESR, not DTS. False! Alright, we should be good. I think that's everything I need, right? Hopefully. At least 1 point to not get an odd bug when the underlying struct changes shape. What? Why would that make a difference? We're referring to it by name specifically to avoid that. If I want to, like, if I were just putting them in order, like, and not by name, then I would expect that kind of bug, but I'm specifically referring it to it by name so that I don't need to remember the struct layout, and if it changes, it shouldn't matter, right? I mean, it'll matter if the member no longer exists, but... in their example, they're only setting board read, byte size, stop, and parity. Okay, that's fine. I've done everything. Set com state, they call next. Oh, they also get com state to, I guess, see if something was wrong? Okay, get com state and set com state. Get com state. Didn't I have that loaded somewhere? I think I did at some point, but I don't anymore. Set com state. Didn't agree that it would be better to be allowed, but rather than not having the names versus having them. So a handle and a DCB, and that's it. Configures a communications device according to the specifications in a device control block, a DCB structure. Function reinitializes all hardware and control settings, but it does not empty output or input queues. Which sounds like a thing I want to do. Oh no! Hi, Chuck Ever! Well, that confused her. Congrats. Congrats on achieving confuzzlement. So set com state for serial this DCB. Oh, the one to be passed in by address something? No, it's a conversion from DCB to LP as a long pointer, right? So, and? E. So are they passing him and as well, I guess then? Yeah, they are, okay. Let's see what get does. I want to see what get com state is like. I should show up now, right? Nope. Get com state. What? Huh? Wait, what do you mean no results? Oh? Why are we on reference? Huh? Retrieves the current control settings for a specified communications device. Is this work on the Yamaha chip or something else? It kind of is for that, yes. Because I'm wanting to make a program that can record the serial port in C. Like, the Arduino is going to be sending the messages to my computer. I want to make a program that can, like, every time it receives a full message from the Arduino, it, like, saves it into an array with, like, a timestamp. And then eventually, when you finish it, writes that file out to disk. A handle to it. And it writes out to a DCB, I guess. If the function fails, the return value is 0. And then use get last error. So, the fact that this is doing create file, then checking that, and then get, and then checking that, like checking whether it was even able to get the com state. It's a bit strange. It implies that you can open a serial port and be ready to like receive stuff without an error, and yet there is still some kind of error that means you can't look at how your own serial port is configured, which is a bit weird. I'll pass on that for now. It sounds engineeringly so satisfying. Hell yeah! Okay, we'll see if we can do that. We'll see if we can do this. And once that's done, I think it's ready to read, right? Oh, I guess we should read, right? I guess we should see whether this succeeds. Is that return whether it succeeds? Can we go back? Returns. If it succeeds, it's non-zero. Otherwise, get last error. Okay, I guess I'll do that. I feel like I want to make a function that automatically does the get last error thing. Let's make it... check. What if we do error check and exit? Error check and exit. And we are going to take in text, but it's also going to call... I guess we could just make it the same thing, but with a true or false thing, actually. Also, check... Also, get last error, I guess. Equals false by default, which you apparently can't do. B is undefined. F is undefined. What are you saying? More than one instance of overloaded function error and exit matches the argument list. What? Have I forgotten how to do optional arguments? Conversion from word to byte requires narrowing conversion. What? Is this a Visual Studio moment? Why are we not getting a... Parity none. It's selecting parity none. Huh? Am I being Visual Studio'd here? Cooked up uke? I am. Okay, does this compile? It doesn't. Okay, so that wasn't the problem. Let's put it back then. And then we just continue doing this. If also get last error, we are going to do a get last error. Get last error probably wants a buffer of a certain size. Oh, no, get last error returns... Never mind, get last error returns a D word, and then there's some way of turning that into a string, isn't there? So D word means UN32T, right? I guess fine, I'll call it a D word. The error number equals this. Then I want to turn that into text. Which I know there's a function to do. To obtain an error string, use the format message function. That's a bit more involved than I expected. Flags, source? Did I ever say hide absolute 0? I read your message. Okay, DW flags, the formatting options, and how to interpret the blah 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 blah. Let's just make a thing called print win error, I guess. I'm gonna call this win. Also show win error, which is gonna be this. This is gonna pass in win error num and format message. How do we do this then? How to interpret the LP source. The low order byte specify how the function handles line breaks. The low order byte can also specify the maximum width of a formatted output line. Oh wow, okay, this is like almost like, this is actually trying to make it look nice. It's almost like flipping pretty printing. The function allocates a buffer large enough to hold the formatted message. It places a blah blah blah. No, you can't just blah your way out of this. You need to actually read. Format message allocate buffer. Wait, so this is gonna allocate it? Or I need to. Places a pointer to the allocated buffer at the address. The LP buffer, I feel like I want to allocate it myself. The arguments parameter is not a VA list, but it is a pointer to an array of values. Okay, this is slightly ridiculous. Message from string. Message from system. Null terminated string that contains a message definition. Wait, so this is... Why are we needing to input this thing at all? I understand why you'd want to pass in a buffer for it to write to, you know, by address, and the size of it. The arguments parameter, this one. Where it is a pointer to an array of values that represent the arguments. This flag cannot be used with 64 ints. Or this is a module handle containing the message. Okay, that's definitely not what I want. Source parameter is a pointer to a null terminated string that contains a message definition. A message definition? The function should search the system message table for the requested message. Okay, that sounds more like what I want. Is that what I want? If this flag is specified with format message from H module, the function searches the system message table if the message is not found. If the length of the formatted message exceeds 128k. Okay, let me just see how size and buffer are used as well to see if I'm understanding this. That you can just make your own buffer and give it to it. Wait, LP source is fucking optional anyway! Why did I not see that in the first place? Oh my god. I could have just ignored that. Never mind, the time of this parameter depends upon the settings of the blah 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 blah. Okay. LP buffer. Pointed to a buffer. My scroll wheel's doing the thing where it likes to scroll randomly after I've told it to scroll already. I pointed to a buffer that receives a null terminated string that specifies the formatted message. If this includes that, the function allocates the buffer. Buffer cannot be larger than 64 kilobytes. I really hope a message is not going to be longer than 64 kilobytes. That would be a long read. If this is not set, this specifies the size of the output buffer. Okay, good. In T-chars. In T-chars. Well, I'll just double the length, I guess. Or I'll just make it a T-char type. Fucking T-char. Ugh. Or is there an A version of format message, I wonder? Format message. There is! Okay, we're using format message A. Not message. Flags. Alright, flags. Wait, this has fewer options, right? No, it doesn't. Okay, flags. Well, I guess I can just make it a 0 then. I don't want this. I don't want any of this, right? Because the flags tell us how to interpret source, and we're not going to be passing source, so it can be 0, right? And it's going to be null. Message ID. So that is the error number. Language ID. Language ID. The parameter is ignored if the flags includes format message from a string. If you pass a specific language ID, it will return a message for that lang ID only. If it can't find it, it sets last error to language not found. If you pass in 0, it looks for a message in the following order. Language neutral, blah, 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 blah. US English last, of course. Okay, 0. Let's just do 0. The buffer. We need a buffer. Let's make it a char array. Error text. We've already got error text. Let's call this win error num and win error text. Let's just make it of length. I feel like 1 kilobyte should be more than enough. Like, more than enough. Like, over 4 times more than enough, because I'd normally make it like 256. When I say normally, I mean in the past I've done that. I didn't flipping remember how to use this though, it's so long ago. Size, we can just say size of winner text. And arguments, which I don't think I need to do. Maybe I do. Oh sorry, this is an address to store it in. Error number is not defined. Nope, I changed the name of it. And too few arguments. Okay, we do still need something. Char style 1 and 2 voids incompatible with parameter of type. Okay, well I've changed that now, right? No, I haven't actually. Wait a minute, why is that? Too few arguments. Wait. Do you just pass it in? You don't. So this is already a pointer. What the hell is LP str defined as again? I don't even remember. I think it was very confusing when I looked it up. What am I reading? I kind of don't want to have to use the silly type, but I might have to if I'm not understanding this. Why are some things appearing to the left and some things appearing to the right? Can I just have mine always on the left, please? Thank you. I like the fact that I have to relearn this every time I program a flipping C program for Windows, because I apparently do it so rarely at this point. Also, why is it saying char star star? There's not a char star star. Oh! I forgot we don't... Okay. Never mind. Ignore me. This already implies that it's a star. It was a char star star. Anyway, we're almost done. We just need these. Arguments. I've stumbled my way through to the last option. It says optional. An array of values, so I guess if it's expecting an array, then null would indicate that there is no array that I'm passing in. That would be the optional thing. Let's make it a null. Right now I saw this silly thing. What is this? Conversion from word to byte? Well, let's just F5 at first. Conversion from word to byte requires a narrowing conversion. Parity none. What is this? Parity is a byte, and parity none is... Yeah, what the hell? Wait a minute. Wait a minute, this is bigger than a byte. Hold on a second. What is that? Get last error, let's go back. Set com state. Where's my DCB? So that is not the parity thingy. Parity is just a byte. Parity. If this member is true, parity checking is performed. Oh my god, this is not even... okay, never mind. Wow, okay. It's just a bool, basically. I mean, it's a byte, but whatever. If this member is true, it's... No, it's not. It's a false. I think they wanted me to scream the false, but it should still work, right? I'll do this anyway. So where was the thing where it... What is the parity type? F parity? Maybe that's the one that says what type of parity it is. Enable parity checking. Oh no, F parity is that one. Oh my god, I'm flipping. F parity is that one. So what's parity? Parity is also... So F parity is a... So to say whether something is done or not, you use 32 bits. To specify how it's done, which is more complicated, use 8 bits. What is this? And also, how do you specify it? Okay, you specify it by even mark or no or order space. Why are you even able to specify no prep? So what, you can say F parity is true, but also no parity? What would that do? You just got lost. Don't worry. There's some strangeness going on. I think all I need to do is set parity to... No. Which one's the real one again? F parity, right? F parity. F that parity, we don't need it. And F parity is... far longer than it needs to be. Let's just say that. What is false defined as? Please be 0. If it's anything other than 0, that would be insane. Okay, so it's just 0 and 1. And I think... Isn't that also what true and false evaluate to? Like the non-screaming ones? Or it doesn't actually tell me. Okay, whatever, I'll just do that. F parity indeed. Okay, we good now? Out of order initializers. You know it, you love it. It's out of order. Oh my god. Linted! Hello, hi! Welcome, welcome. Thank you for the 17-month resub. Hello. Hi. I think we come in this order. Right. No errors now. We good? We're good. Couldn't open serial pod. But I think that's correct, right? Because this is running and yeah, this is running on. Yeah, okay. That's to be expected. Good. Good. It's all good. How's the linted doing? Welcome, welcome. Can't believe we've barely opened the serial pod at this point. Somehow I always get worried that something's going to be done too quickly. But no, I could choose the simplest thing and my stream would still be fucking 8 hours long. Also, sorry for the swearing. And thank you for the pats. Okay, once that's done, let's get back to the example. Monitoring communications. Okay, after that's done, they set up the mask for what we want to be listening out for, basically. Which is just a D word, interestingly. So this just returns a D word? No. It sets... Wait a minute. Setcom... No, it's an event mask. No, it's something else. I think. Okay, no, this works on the handle directly. That works on the handle directly. Okay, we also need a... F success. So we are going to error and exit. Actually, you know, we're gonna error check. I'm gonna make a thing called check, which passes in the results. And so success is 0 by the look of it, because if it's not 0, yeah. So our check can assume a 0 thing, and this F success is Boolean apparently. Sure. Failed. If failed, then we can call the error and exit. And if setcom mask fails, does that... Wait, it's a setcom mask, not fail, not setcom state. Does this also say check get last error if it fails? Yes, it does. I guess I can do this. I guess we can just assume. So this is can be called with... Can be called passing the result of any Windows API call that returns 0 on success and provides extra info via get last error. If it fails. So if failed, we just call error and exit, I guess. Passing in some text that I'm going to want to pass in. And true. I think that's it. This already does cleanup, so that should be fine. So basically we can just wrap this in error check and give it the extra text. Failed to set failed to how do I say this? Failed to set settings for serial pod. Sure. See, this returns -1 if it fails, whereas... So we can't use error check. But anyway, next! What do we do next? We set com mask. Wait, I actually want to look at that. So set com mask. This is set com state. So the next one is going to be set com mask. Passing this. No. And we just want this. Is this a known thing? Yes, it is. And if that fails, then failed to... How do I put this into English? What's the description of it? Specifies a set of events to be monitored for. To be monitored for a communications device. Yeah, failed to... Prepare to monitor serial port, I guess. How do we even... Hi, Artisan! Welcome. After that, we do... Blah, 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 blah. Okay, this is because they're doing it asynchronously. Wait, is it because they're doing it asynchronously or? Yeah, I wanted to not do it asynchronously, didn't I? Let me look at wait com event to see if it's possible to do not asynchronously. In other words, synchronously. Waits for an event to occur. The set of events that are monitored is contained in the event mask. Oh. Do I still need to do that? Com mask, event mask? Thank you for the follow. Hi, Kanagi. Welcome. Hello. Let's see. A handle to the pointed to a variable that receives a mask, indicating the type of event that occurred. Okay. Oh! Wait. Oh! Associated with... Okay, never mind. It's already stored there. That's very important that I actually continue reading the rest of the sentence. Not this event mask. Okay, so in that case, we'll just wait for a rook's flag. Also, so the overlap thing shouldn't be necessary, because overlap is meaning async, right? And if we... Yeah, the structure is required if it was opened with overlapped. So if I just don't open with overlapped... this is flags, right? Yeah. Then in that case... If I was not opened with it, it does not return until one of the events or an error occurs. Perfect! Actually perfect. Alright, so we could go into a loop here and say wait com event and serial. The mask is... Hold on, let me just do this bit first. Overlapped. False? Question mark? Or null? Or null patur, I guess would be. Whatever, they're both 0 anyway. Who am I kidding? So this is a thing that tells me what type of event happened. I think. Yeah, the type of event that occurred. If an error occurs, it's 0. Otherwise, it's one of the following values. And it should only ever be this, right? If it's non-zero? Because that's all I've told it, the serial port, that it should even be telling me. So if I just make a thing, let's call it... It calls it event mask. I'm gonna call it... I want to call it like something like occurred event or something. That's such a long name. What about what happened? New events. Current event. The current event. Whatever the current event. Yes. And this is just a pointed to a D word. So this is a D word. Whoa, my god. What has happened? I was trying to type and I flicked some menus up on the screen. That's scary. So that's going to be... Well, don't need to set it to anything because it's going to be set here, right? It says it's actually going to change it to 0. Right? Yes. So let's just pass it in, the current event. Thank you for the pads. Hi, Kitco. Wait. If an error happens, yeah, we don't actually. Yeah, I'll just close that. Oh yeah, right. For a second, I was thinking that I needed to close another time because I was starting to write check, and I was thinking, but wait, I don't want check, do I? Because that kind of breaks things, the flow of my thingies. It's just because I opened a thingy there. So the way I actually check if there was an error is I see if this. Yeah, I can literally just check if this. If this, then it's succeeded, else something bad happened. And at this point, we can bail out of our while loop. In actual fact, we can do... And then we'll loop while car event is not 0. I think that's a good way to do it. While car event, yeah. We call this. If it was done, else nothing will fall out of this. So at this point I can say, serial error occurred. This is normal if you unplugged it or something. At the moment we don't have a way to kill this program either. I need to remember how to... I think there's a way to set up like a handler for pressing Ctrl-C. I think I did that before when I was making the Uno game. Or something like that. The console Uno game. I mean, Uno, as in like you know, it's like uke, but instead of uke, it's legally distinct from Uno, which, as we all know, was invented by Ubisoft. Never mind. You know, that 90s or 80s company, Ubisoft? I actually don't. But when was Uno invented? You know, let's go on a slight side tangent. Uno. Card game. 1971! Oh my god, I thought it was going back too early when I said 80s as a joke, but no, 70s. 1971 apparently. Yes, that Ubisoft, the 1971 company. Thank you for the pass, Sexia. So anyway, if an error didn't occur, then we can assume that it was using uninitialized memory. It's true, but it doesn't matter, but whatever, just to make you happy, I'll explicitly say it's null. Or 0. It's initialized, stop complaining. We could actually switch on this, actually. Car event. If we get a 0, we're just gonna do nothing, because there's an error. Let's say that. Type 0 equals error. In this case, do nothing here. We will break, the loop is about to end. Otherwise, for this case, this, which is the only thing it should be, will do something. Otherwise, something weird has happened. How do you do it again? Was it case default or just default or something? No, just default. Something weird has happened. I'm going to error and exit. We received an event of type. Ah, right. This is where I need to be able to do the %d and stuff, but I can't. Ah, it's so annoying. I guess I could sprint F. Received. Whatever, I'll just print F. Received unexpected. Received unexpected. Event type. %D. Current event. We'll see what the hell that is. I guess printing it as hex might be more useful. 0x %. How the hell did you 0 pad these again? I think it's like %0x4 or something like that, or %04x, %04x or something. I have to look this up every time. I can never quite remember it. Printf pad hex. It's showing up as visited. It's 0x and then %08x gives 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Well, that's what I want, isn't it? The 0 and x count against your 8 if you do the hash. Okay, that's whatever. So it's 0x %08. Yeah. Okay, so I did it correctly. Wow, okay. And then new line. And then we can just error and exit. And we're not even gonna pass anything. We could just pass a null, right? Because if it's gonna interpret that as the start of... Oh no, it's a pointer, isn't it? It's a pointer, it's a pointer. It's also a const char star, so like I can't even pass the null, can I? Can I? I don't know if I can. Can a const char star be null? I wonder. I guess we could just check. Let's just see. If text is not equal to null ptur, I'll call it, because it's kind of a null ptur, right? It's not complaining that I'm doing a pointless check, so maybe it is possible for it to be a null ptur. Null ptur. False. Huh, okay. Apparently that's alright. It's probably gonna get an error when I, you know, actually try to compile it. But otherwise, I think I just want to print off the character that was received. As simple as that. We'll like store it somewhere. Oh, we actually need to store it. We haven't even read it yet. That's a good point. Let's read the data first. And I guess I want to print it like in, you know, formatted to like... Do I want to print it as text? You know, right now I think I should print it as text rather than printing like hex bytes. Eventually I want to make it so that the Arduino that is reading the messages from the sound chip doesn't send it written in like text, like as ASCII text, like something something equals something something. I don't want it written out for humans like that. I just want it to be like 2 bytes. Bam, the address. Bam, the value. And maybe like some synchronization byte or something. But for now, I don't have that Arduino ready to, you know, send me things. I would need to open up the keyboard and connect it up again. So we're just going to be testing with the Arduino that's up here that is responsible for making me look wavy right now because it's seeing that the temperature of my room is 33.6 degrees. Which sends it as text. So for now, I'll just print it as text. And the way that this did it, I think it was read file. Yeah, they're using read file. It went up? Yeah, that'll happen. So yeah, they're just doing read file, okay. So let's read file. We are reading from the handle of the serial port. We need a buffer. I feel like I want to make the buffer once. Just let's store it outside here. Feels weird putting it in the middle here, but I know it's this technically... Oh no, it is a block, isn't it? This is a block actually, so it would be remaking the buffer every time you do this, I guess. That'd be silly. Because the context, it would fall out of scope at the end, right? Let's make our buffer here. Make my buffer. Actually, I'm tempted to make the buffer outside here, because then the cleanup can handle it. Though... Oh no, we could still break out there. Although it's only a buffer, that'll get cleaned up by the OS anyway. Okay, let's make a buffer of bytes. Hang on. Student.h. Let's call this receive buffer, and we'll allow let's allow up to we shouldn't be receiving much from it, but just in case kilobytes, fine, right? I mean, technically the Arduino does have 8 kilobytes of RAM, so Saku, hi, welcome. Thank you for the posture check. There you go. The demon was exorcised from me, aka I checked my posture and stretched. Thank you. Are we doing alright? Yeah, the mushroom has become a bit infected. Infect my mushroom, as I might say. I actually did say that. Size of receive buffer is the maximum that you can receive. Ah, hold on. We're receiving this as text. So I actually want that to... I actually want this to end in a... I want this to be initialized to all zeros. And I want it to be able to only receive up to this -1 because I want the 0 byte on the end. Now we see how many bytes it actually read. We'll just make that, what is it calling it? It's an LPD word, so I'll make it a D word, fine. This is num bytes read. Okay, so I can just initialize this here as well. We can say equals 0, even though we don't need it, but just to make Visual Studio happy. Because when it sees I'm passing it in, it's gonna be like, we don't know what it is. Even though read file is gonna write to it, not read from it. Anyway, num bytes read and overlapped. I guess I can just make this 0 or null or something, right? Because it's not it's not overlapped. Overlap, oh sorry, read file. Jeez. Oh, why does it keep doing that? Why does it keep going over to reference? Overlapped. Oh, it's a structure. In and out and optional. Required if H file was opened with that, otherwise it can be null. Null it is! Okay, so we now should have some data stored in here. We know that we want to print off as this many bytes. Although, we're dealing with text right now, so we're just gonna, you know. Oh, you know what I could do? I could set this byte to 0, and because otherwise you can imagine that, like, if this is the buffer, right, and it's got a load of 0 bytes in it, imagine this is actually the 0 byte, not ASCII character 0, and we receive a text that says hello, and the first time around that's going to be fine because there's going to be a 0 byte at the end. But what if the next time around we receive hi? Well, amusingly, now the buffer says hi, low, and then it ends in 0. But if we pay attention to the fact that we received 3 characters, then we can set index number 3, which is 0, 1, 2, 3, to 0, and then when we print, it'll stop there. Let's do that. Rec buff. num_bytes read equals 0. For I'm gonna put a note here actually. Note for now, handle only receiving and printing, or printing text only. Ensure that 1 byte past last received byte is 0 to terminate the string. That only just fits on the line. And then we can safely print f. %s. I'm just gonna like just do that. I'm not even going to put a new line or the text received or anything like that, because what if we receive it in like separate bits, right? We don't receive everything on the first attempt. I don't want it to be like awkwardly cut into like received hell, received low. I just want to say hello. So let's pass in our buffer. That should be it, right? I think it's about... Can I set it loose on my thing? Return value ignored, read file. Oh yeah, right. Should probably do this as well. Right, what does read file return? If it succeeds, return value is non-zero. If it fails, or is completing asynchronously, which should not be a thing because we're not opening it asynchronously. They say asynchronously here. They don't say overlappedly, which is interesting. To get extended error information, call get last error. That sounds like a use case for this. Unfortunately, because I'm doing this, that means this buffer won't be cleared out. But whatever, it's not. It's. I didn't allocate it with Alec, so whatever. Malik. Failed to read serial data. This is annoying, you're not quite gonna fit on one line. Alright, we're no longer ignoring it. Stop complaining. Stop complaining. Okay, I'm gonna press run and this should still compile at least. And it will say the serial port can't be opened. Ooh. Couldn't open serial port. And then the serial error occurred. This is normally if you unplugged it or something. Why are we still here? Wait, why are we still here? Hold on. Couldn't open serial port. Oh! Wait, no, error and exit. Error and exit should have exited. Why are we still running? This is if this is if this. Clean up, exit. Why are we still running? We're still running. After saying couldn't open serial port. Why is exit not exiting? Okay, exit doesn't seem to exit. How do we actually exit immediately? What is this? Okay, this is... How do I actually program it to do it? I'm not... This is not an error, I swear. All the search results are like... Command keeps opening and closing instantly. Programs instantly close. How to fix command prompt opens and closes immediately. Okay, but how do I actually do it? Hi, Sleepy Tail Coder. Let's see. How to exit immediately? I don't know. Close? Yes, sure. You can use exit. Wait, exit is a flipping thing? In standard lib apparently? Oh. Exit. There it is. Why is it like already there? When it's... Oh, it's in std lib. If I haven't imported std lib, I guess it's just always imported. I just press Ctrl W instead of Ctrl S. Okay. This should actually stop immediately this time. Oh, okay, now we need the pause. Because that really is immediate. Alright, it's actually stopping now, hopefully. Yes. Okay, so now what I'm gonna do is stop this program from hogging port 4. Switch it to a port that doesn't exist. Like 3. And run this and see what happens. Failed to prepare to monitor input of serial port. Interesting, interesting. Failed to prepare to monitor input of serial port. So that was this one. Interesting. So we set the state successfully, apparently. Let me get this. Updating it. But this failed for some reason. Unless this... Unless 0 is not actually a bad thing here. I mean, unless 0 is not actually a good thing here. Oh, if it succeeds... Oh, if it succeeds, the return value is non-zero for this one, huh? Oh my god, if it fails, the return value is 0. Wait, isn't that the opposite of set com state? Or did com state fail? But if it succeeds, this is non-zero as well. Wait a minute. Hold on. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. If the function succeeds, the return value is non-zero. Hold on a second. I've been doing this wrong from the beginning. Error check. Failed. So no, this actually succeeded. It returns non-zero on success. So if not succeeded, I guess what I want to say is if this is equal to 0. Thank you for the pats. So that means this was failing then, right? Let's see. Stop this again. Yeah, okay. Failed to set settings for serial port. Okay. Why though? Why though? We are successfully creating it. We're opening existing. We're not using thingy. Alright, let's see what they're doing. They are saying... Oh, there are timeouts as well. Setcom timeouts. Oh, they're doing that after this anyway, so it doesn't matter. It's probably a thing I should do though. I wonder if this is it. We need all of the other bytes to be like zeros by default. Wait, like, what will the defaults be then? Wouldn't they be 0? That's an interesting way of... I mean, it's interesting they're doing that for a struct. Isn't this a struct? Yes, it's a struct. Well, let's try doing it their way, where we're explicitly setting everything to 0, and then I'll just set them all one by one, in case that is actually the problem. This. Dot this. Oh my god, this is gonna be so messy. Wait, can I just... Ha! I saw that one. Okay, let's see if that works. Bloop. Oh, right, couldn't open serial port. Let's stop this. No, I still failed to set settings. Okay, so the problem was not that. Interesting. We are setting length. Oh, we actually... They're saying size of this.
Mighty do.
Cab.
I'm a C function that has returned successfully. Here's a 38 for you.
Oh, she didn't say minus.
Enjoy. Don't worry, there's a header somewhere for this.
Yay! Congratulations on completing successfully. I wish that was... I wish that was set com state right now. curious about whether if get com state. Oh, wait a minute. Right. That's why they're calling get com state. Because we need to see what it is in its current state, and then we only want to modify a few things. We don't want everything that we don't set to be 0. We want everything that we don't set to be what it currently is. Come on, you, that was obvious when you think about it. Okay, so then we'll have to do it this way around. So this is get com state, which I believe takes the same thing as the handle and the blah 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 blah. Fail to get existing settings for serial port. Fail to set new settings. Okay. So this is get current settings of serial port and modify only the ones we care about. That should handle all of this. And this is attempt to open serial port. Well, it's not really. I don't know if this technically is opening it. Access, I guess. And then do things that I haven't got a simple comment for. Okay, let's try it again. We are not using the serial port. Run. Failed to set new settings for serial port again. Huh. I wonder if I should do this. What is size? Okay, hang on. What is size of this? This is 2.8 and this is also 2.8, so that's not the problem. Baud rate, parity, blah, 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 blah. How about I leave these alone and I just change the baud rates? So this is basically saying 8. So 11520, 8, N1 is basically what this is saying. This is common things to change, right? And I won't touch these ones. Is that good enough? Still failed to set new settings. Also, there's a bit of a gap between this and this, which is cool. So it's like it does seem to be actually doing something. Unfortunately, I couldn't drag it onto the screen before. It had already said that it failed. Let's take a closer look at their example. Stop bits equals 1 stop bit. Wait. So it's not stop bits underscore 10. It's 1 stop bit. What? Really? Is it? Oh no. Well, this again. Set com state. DCB. It is. It is. Why? Why do we have 1 stop bit and stop bits 1.0? 1.5 stop bits and stop bits underscore 1.5. Why? Why do we have 2 definitions? Why could you not use the same one? Okay, whatever. We'll use the correct constant this time. Was that the problem? Is it just that we can do 1.5 stop bits? That doesn't seem like the reason. But it was. Oh my god! We got something. Are we gonna get something again in 8 seconds? We are! It's absolute nonsense, but we are receiving something every 8 seconds. That's so cool! Okay, so this is the temperature coming from the... Why is it nonsensical though? But we are seeing something appearing every 8 seconds. Is it just me or is it getting longer every time? Okay, that's a length of quite a lot. Is it getting longer every time? I'm not sure. It could just be random that sometimes it's hitting a... Oh, hey, look, we got the same pattern of bytes there. Anyway, the really nice thing is that we're actually blocking on this, so we're not like maxing out the CPU or anything. We're sitting waiting here. We shouldn't be using the CPU. It says CPU 0. That's great. Depends on what's in the data. Should be... Oh, I wonder if I'm actually not using 115200. I wonder if I lowered it. You know what? Let's run the Arduino API. No, I'm reading from the serial port. It should be text. It's text that's being sent from an Arduino. That it should include a serial number in human readable text like ASCII. And then like a numerical temperature in degrees Celsius. Hi Egoist! Welcome, welcome. But I think I might have changed the baud rate or something. Maybe it's not 115200. I'm gonna actually look up the... I'm gonna open the project that is running currently, if I have it on this computer. I'm not sure. Let's see, a file open. I'll put this onto the screen if I can find it. What do I call it? VT heart temperature. Oh yeah, right, it's heart rate stuff as well. Forgot about that. Okay, here we are. Yes, there is a little display as well. Where are we actually doing the setup? Setup. It is 115200. Oh, that's unfortunate. Ah. Well, let's see if the Arduino thingy... Okay, COM7, yeah. Let's make this COM4. We should see something appearing. Oh, that's the wrong baud rate. Okay, that's what we should be seeing. So, if this port were to be opened correctly, we would be seeing this. That's actually a lot more text than I remember. Nope. The temperature is not... It's slightly out of date. It's either 33.6 or 34.2. These are two different thermometers. Well, these are three different thermometers, but one of them is... Where are they actually? 1, 2... Oh, the hot one is probably on the... This hot one is probably the one that's on my LED strip. But the LED strip's not being ragged like it used to be. I used to just be running them at 24 volts, but... Now I have the thing that lets me dim them. They don't get as hot anymore, thank goodness. And believe it or not, that means my room doesn't get as hot. Let me set this back to 4. And we should now be getting an up-to-date reading of the temperature in my room. Because that's not how you do it. 33.6 is actually the up-to-date one. Okay. Alright, so why are we doing this? Why are we getting nonsense from this? There's one stop bit. 8. 4. I know it's crazily hot. Thankfully I'm a VTuber, so I don't need to be wearing much. Otherwise, you know, it would be like an actual health concern, I think. Sadly, she is melting. That's what the heat haze is for. That's why I have these wiggly salad fingers. Yeah, if I go over to this view. I like the idea that the thermometer is actually wiggling. Because it's so hot. Okay, so it's the correct type. Let me see if I'm calling read file correctly. Here's a handle. Here's a buffer that's pointing to the beginning of this. You can read up to this many bytes. Thank you for the pats. Don't worry, I'm gonna be showering soon. Within half an hour, I'm gonna be in the shower. That rhymes, and I wasn't even trying to make it. Number of bytes read. No. I kind of want to see how many bytes it thinks it's receiving. But also I'm pretty sure that we are doing it correctly at this point. I think there was a program that could show the state of serial ports. What was it? I don't think it's this. Yeah, it's just not listing conf because out of curiosity, what if I close this serial port again and we okay, what if I just what the let me open it at this 8 and 1 RTS CTS is set to that. Does that make it open? No, how do I actually make it? Oh, connect. We should just, there we are. That's the text that's being received. And at the end there. Let me zoom in a bit. Hi Gintosaka. Hello, good person. That's even funnier since I've already read the rest of your message. Why this stream if I will replace you and make everything better? I mean, oh man, I don't even have a snappy comeback.
Feeling down. Need a pick-me-up. Nian scores you nothing but your time. Simply Nian a Yuke, he cannot hear you and feel better.
Sure, I recommend Nyanning. Yeah, you can also Nyan. Alright, where are you? What am I trying to do? Right, so the only thing I'm changing here is database 8, N and 1, and 11520. And handshaking should not be affecting any of the data that's being received, should it? It's just like whether any is being... Yes, we still are receiving them. There is no law that says you cannot Nyan. It's true! Well, actually, you know there are signs on runways saying no meowing on radio or something like that. On the radio. Also, Nyan. There you go. I feel like I want to show you an AI that can replace me. Hold on. 1 second.
Delicious plastic cheese.
I mean, let's be honest. You've gone somewhere else when you didn't get a response from me, probably. But, let me load this anyway. And... Why cheese? Why cheese? There is a law against cheese. On my stream, anyway. Let me... 5 years later, there we are. Turn on this. There we are. Ask Long Nuke. Someone said you will replace me. Is that true?
Someone said you will replace me. Is that true?
No. Yuke's friend. Yuke not replace Nyan. Yuke just little Yuke.
Thank goodness. Whew! I was scared for a minute. What is she actually? Oh yeah. Yuke friend. Yuke not replace him. Okay, nice. Whew! I was just getting scared for a second. And Yon? One day she might be better at speaking, okay? One day.
Little Yuke, long tail of fur. How cute you are.
Yuke.
Is that actually what she tried to say? That is actually what she tried to say. What she actually managed. It was literally just Yuke. But you know. Oh! I see. She was doing the thing. She was doing like your same thing split up into Yuke. Like the same rhythm. She has a sense of rhythm. Unfortunately, her TTS does not. But you know. Hey, how about... imagine if I'm just setting the baud rate wrongly and this is the wrong constant as well. After all this. Oh my god, it is. It's actually the wrong goddamn constant. Oh my god. Okay, well, this is very silly, shall I say. This is very silly. So this is 0002. Okay, so this is 2000. And this is... oh, it's literally just a number 11520.
Do you two iPhonians and headpads? We can provide this if you like.
Yuk like nya. Yuk like headset nya nya.
Okay, so I was actually opening the serial port at some completely wrong baud rate. Anyway, if I press F5, maybe we'll see something this time. Dude! We received something. However, we didn't receive everything.
Parts the long yuk.
Pat yay yay yay. Pat's good.
Nice.
Is there such a thing as too many headpads?
Yuk like headset. Yuk like love. Yuk want yuk more headset.
Oh my god.
In main, print put the cat /ne.
Yuk no understand, but that cat sounds nice.
Nice. Thank you very much. Thank you very much for the follow. Hello. Welcome, welcome. Okay, we are not getting things correctly. We're only ever seeing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 characters roughly. I'm also noticing that at the end, the carriage is returning to the left. So it's just a CR. But there wasn't an LF. But it's going on to the next line anyway sometimes, so it's like, well. Oh my goodness. What the? I'm seeing an icon here that looks like a robot icon, but I mouse over it, it just shows up as moderator in green. Oh, and chatbot in teal. Okay, okay. Right, so we're receiving some of the text. I don't know why we are not receiving all of the text. We are very close at this point. Size of rec buff. Oh my god. Oh my god. I fixed it! Yay! We're receiving everything perfectly! We were getting a size of something to the left of Rekabuff, which might have been Caravent actually. So maybe it was like 4 or something.
Do you hiccup? Does cheese make you nyan? Pat pat.
Hiccup nyan cheese good.
Okay. Alright, I'm getting the data, that's all great. Greater, you could say. That took far too long and far too many stupid mistakes from me. Oh my god. This is gonna be like the most disliked video ever when it becomes a VOD on YouTube and one person watches it. Thank you for the claps. Now what I really want to do is timestamp this. I really want to timestamp it. So for that I want to use the high resolution multimedia timer, which is a thing I've used before in another project, which was the Game Maker DLL one. Where is it? What did I call that anyway? Monitor, Alt Image, Mlemlin, LCD Bitmap, LCD, QI, Talkie, blah 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 blah. There, this one. Is it the project or is it the solution? These are all two. The solution is such a ridiculous word. You have a problem. This is the solution. Selected file is a solution. Do you want to close the current solution and open it? No, just like open the thing like it's its own thing in a new window or something. What is this? Visual Studio Projects. UTLL. Hi, cool. Welcome, welcome. I wish I was cool. Oh, so hi, Liquid Cake. Hi, hi. It's very hot. That's what's up. So the way we do it is profile API apparently. Thank you, Pass Uke, because I can remember. This is for high resolution, not high resolution multimedia timer. The performance counter. Performance counter. I don't know if I said high resolution multimedia timer. That's something else. Which can get you down to like 1 millisecond if I remember rightly. Performance counter goes sub millisecond. Although I'm only gonna need like, I'm not gonna be able to send data quickly enough already for sub millisecond to be necessary, but if I'm not mistaken, that changing the timer resolution on Windows from its default of like 15 milliseconds down lower is going to make a load of interrupts and stuff fire more often, even for other programs and stuff, so it actually has quite a bad impact. And I'm wondering if that's what distance does as well, and that's why just running distance makes my CPU go hot. But performance counter does not do that. So performance counter. So this is a thing that lets you know how long the computer's been running for, basically, in seconds, if I'm not mistaken. Oh, it's in ticks, but then you can get the number of ticks per second. And then that'll tell you how long it's been running for. But this goes to sub, like I said, some milliseconds. I was up in the Midlands today. Do you want to guess how hot it was outside? Yeah, but 25. My hand is stuck. I'm just gonna copy my own code. So tick frac.
Jeez, now.
Why? I think I had a high of a massive 22. Oh my god, I wish that was me. Visual Studio causes more problems than solutions for me personally. Tempted to agree. It was so nice. It sounds wonderful. So at the very beginning, we're going to query the performance frequency and store that inside the double, because that's just how it returns it. I'm gonna make this its own function called init timer. So it's really speaking timer, but whatever. Thank you for the hydration. Hi, Erin. How are you doing? To be honest, I don't think it's that hot where I am outside either, but inside it sure as hell is. Okay. Let's also do this. So I'm gonna have a tick prev. So basically we want to, actually no, it's not even true. I want like a tick start. Tick at start. That's gonna be this. Tick at start. And then return anything. We good? We're good. When you got home, home had stored up the heat. Zoom. Small unit is saying hi. Aww. In that case. Why am I being sprayed? I'm failing to unmute myself. I mean, I didn't even mean to mute myself in the first place. Dropped 26 onto you. You've opened all the windows to kick it out. You need fans and stuff as well. I wish your home was that cold right now. Ugh. Same. My hand keeps getting stuck. Howdy. What am I doing now? We've initialized the timer, so we want to actually know what the current time is relative to the start time? Should I make this a function? If I make it an... You at least have a bowl of water for your feet? I should have, but I don't right now. I do have 2 fans blowing at me, and not a lot of clothes on. And of course, timer get. Am I gonna want to get it in ticks? So in that case, this would be a double. And this would be timer init. Init, bruv. We'll do this here. Let's say, let's put a printf here as well. Initialize timer. Ticks per second is percent F question mark? Can you use F when it's double precision floating point? Why am I so wide? Tick frac. Thank you for the follow, Emily the alien. Hello, hi. My hand keeps getting stuck. Oh my goodness, sorry. Stop! Why isn't my hand getting... It's like my mic, it thinks my mic stand is that. That's why I was trying to move it a bit. Percent F is double. It's all horrible. Horribly convenient for what I want right now, yeah. So we are going to do this. We'll query performance counter double. This is the ret val. Store it in there and then return the return value. Argument type of double pointer is incompatible with parameter of type large integer. Oh, hold on a second.
Small human wants to hear the robot voice say, cat, cat.
Aw! Robot voice did it very well. Cat. 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 Tick prev. It's tick prev is a large integer. Oh, in that case I should do it this way. This is not tick frac raw. This is tick current raw. Store that into there and return this dot quad part. That's what I want. That's what I want.
Could you please grace the small human with your expert rendition of cats? Cat.
You can
What? What did she say? What did she try to say? What? She did try to say it, but the TTS betrayed her. Oh, her brain worked, but her mouth betrayed her. Let's try again. Thank you for putting up with our redeems, fam. Hope you're doing good. I'm alright. I'm very hot. How's the ear? Let's do this again.
Could you please grace the small human with your expert rendition of cats? Cat.
not understand, but try. Me.
Well, that was just adorable. Good job, Longyuk. What did you say the tempo's over there? Yeah! Ooh, we've hit 34! I need to stop streaming within like 7 minutes, so let's hurry up and get this finished. And then also my room can start to cool down, maybe. Longyuk is pat-worthy. I wonder if she'll understand that.
What are you?
You go, no.
Oh my god, don't give her an existential crisis, please! Yuka. That's what she is. That's just what she is. She's fascinated by long Yuke. Aww. So am I. Thank you for the pats.
What is the meaning of life?
Life long is learn.
What?
Live long, happy long.
You are a sausage.
Yuck, not sausage. Yuck.
Life long, live long, happy long. Why is she so precious? Okay, what am I wanting to do? I'm wanting to just spit out what the time is here in like a less messy way. I don't actually want to spit. That's horrible. So at this point, I am going to print more than just the %s, and it's gonna get all messy. So let's.
What time is it?
Time. Sunshine.
Sunshine. The sun is shining right now. She's not wrong. Oh my goodness. Oh yes, Coolfy, thank you. Started raining and thundering. Oh, nice. Congratulations. Alright, we need to know what the current time is. Let's make this in just accurate to milliseconds. What a waste of the high performance counter thingy. I can't remember the name of it. Let's call this a why did I start typing mouse? Let's call this a UN32T. Current time, I guess. And it's going to be equal to... Well, let's get the timer now. This is a double, I'm aware. Why am I so stretched? Hi, Andy Sunpraiser. Welcome. Hi. So this... minus what at the time was at the start. What do I call it? Tick at start, sorry. Tick at start. Wait, do I want the tick? Yeah, I guess it is the tick. Timer get tick. It's probably a better name for it, huh? Tick at start. In that case, why didn't I just make this double tick and start as well? We can make it 0 if you really want. And then we'll just say tick and start.
How do you feel about liquid cakey?
Yuck, no, liquid kicking.
We don't know who Liquid Cakey is. You are a sausage? She has no memory, by the way, between the things. And I considered it, but I didn't want her to like get into like a constantly unhappy state, you know what I mean? Or have her previous unhappy or whatever state affect the new person, like the next request, in a way that like, you know. She thinks it's leet. Yeah, Liquid Cakey. Kake. Right, let's do this. So tick at start minus this minus tick at start. Get tick.
What languages do you know?
Yuck, no, little yuck.
Little Yuke? She speaks a little Yuke. Ah. Oh, or maybe she just means she knows very little languages and then she just says Yuke at the end. Okay, so to turn this into seconds, we need to divide this by the thingy. You know what? Let's call this tick frick for milliseconds. Maybe millisecond tick frequency, so it doesn't look like forms. Which is going to be the same as this.
If yuck is yuck and yuck is long and yuck is little, then is long little.
Yuck, little. At yuck, long too.
She's long and she's little. Okay, so to convert it into that, we need to divide it by 1,000 times less. Ticks per millisecond, that. And then we just divide it by that, right? And that's how many milliseconds have
How long
passed.
is long yuk?
Yuk long.
Oh, she sounds excited about it. Let's make this tick now equals time I get tick.
Long yuk is long, but small yuk is adorable. Who am I kidding? All yuk is adorable.
Yuk, yes, Yuk love you.
Ah! Oh, she actually managed to say you and not Yuk at the very end. Ah, it's really rare that she says you and not Yuk. Even in text, it's rare. Alright, so the current time is this, now minus this, and then afterwards... Oh, we actually don't even care about that. I'm not trying to show differential time, although eventually I will care about differential time. But for now, we'll just print off the current time. Accurate to... what is this? Percent F, I suppose. But we want it, like, padded as well. So it's like percent... How do you do this again? Percent 0... How do you do this? Percent 06.2F or something? And that'll make it like 1, 2, 3, 4 dot something. Right? Something like that? I guess we only care about this actually. We don't care about it being... Yeah, this is actually meant to be rounded. I'm just explicitly casting it there, which is not... It's probably not really a point in doing that. I guess it just... won't think that it's a problem. Anyway, this is now current time. Let's call it milliseconds. Time now, I guess. Oh, this is what it already was anyway. Whatever. This is... Sure, I'll pad it to 6. And this is the time, so I'm going to put that in square brackets. Then we're going to show the text that was received. Alright, let's see if this works. Oh wait, this comes in first now. That's why this way of doing things is such a silly way for local, like translating text, because different languages put the same thing. Some languages are subject, object, verb. Some languages are subject, verb, object. The order of things differs. So if you're trying to make a system for translating things, you should not just be replacing things in the printf. You should actually be, you know, basically doing find and replace based on names, but rather than based on positions. Which kind of goes back to what we said earlier about accessing struct things by name rather than by index, you know, rather than just saying this, comma, this, comma, this. Because if the order changes, you're fooked. Okay, let's F5 it. This should be D. Converted from long to double. Long. This dot quad part. Long, large integer. What a ridiculous name. What a ridiculous name. Long, large integer. Okay, we just explicitly did double before. Initialization of time now is skipped by default label. Okay, I can do this if you want. You happy now? I could put it inside the switch statement actually, will probably make it even happier. Oh no. I am out of time, so...
Longo Yuglongo Akate.
Yuglongo.
Longo?
G10.
Yuk love you.
Interesting. Of course, the languages are probably not going to make a difference, huh? Alright, we better now? We are better. Couldn't even see our folder. This is very suspicious. I was expecting a really random number there. Hi the old fool. Welcome, welcome. Let's close the serial pod and see what happens. Boop, boop. Okay, this is actually working. It looks messy, but this is actually working. Yes, this is now coming right 8 seconds later.
X reset to Greg's equals.
What?
No! She's so confused. How are you? I'm extremely hot right now. Okay, this is actually working. I hope you're doing alright. So it said basically this many milliseconds after the thingy happened, after the restarted, we received this text, including the line break, and then we received this one just a few milliseconds later. A little bit suspicious that this arrived 16 milliseconds.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, she tried to say more things. Oh well. The heat this summer sucks. It really does. So yeah, this seems to be working. I'm a little bit concerned about the difference from 25 to 40. Wait, what is 41 minus 25?
Who's your favorite streamer?
You like streamer, no.
Aww. Doesn't know what stream he likes. Thank you for streaming the kidneys. I'm actually going to end stream right now, so I'm going to refund you for that. Because I have to end stream to be able to shower and everything, and I have to shower because I'm disgusting because it's so hot. There's probably going to be a problem here with this because it looks like the weight events are actually only accurate to whatever the timer resolution is set to, which is currently 16 by the look of it.
You cook. You good. Yup. You cook.
What? You okay, you good is what she tried to say. Wow, she is very, very confused. I guess if you get her to speak Japanese, if that's even possible, then it'll use the fallback voice as well. And I'm going to turn off Long Nuke temporarily. By temporarily, I mean for now. So I am actually going to have to do the thing that increases the resolution of this timer, apparently, if I want anything more accurate than 2016 by the look of it. 23 minus 7 is 2109876 again. Yeah, so it's only accurate to 16 milliseconds. Unfortunate. But what a waste for the high resolution timer when we're only getting values. Whatever, I'll change that. Let me make a note. Need to do change timer resolution to 1ms or something. Or maybe you could go into a tight loop with overlapped mode. So this just returns immediately. Where are we? So this would return immediately. I mean, see if a thing was even happening. We go over and over and over and over and over. Basically making this not blocking anymore. Anyway, it's time to end the stream. Hi Nora, welcome. And I thought you'd be Long Nuke's favorite streamer. She has no concept of Twitch or me or anything. She's just let's bring the temperature back. Sheesh, 34. Yeah, she's just yuking her way. She's just yuking. Yes. Thank you very much for being here. We actually got the Eater from a Cereal Pod timestamped only accurate to 16 milliseconds. My hand is stuck. Thank you for the follow. How do I pronounce that? Leuchtender's Hippo? I don't know if that's correct. I need to pass you on to somebody. But thank you all so much for being here. This was kind of fun. I feel like I actually was productive for once. I feel like having a time limit might actually make me more productive. The ADHD way, I guess. What was I looking for again? Not sure. What was I looking for? Anyway, I need to pass you on to somebody. Who should I pass you on to? I think I might pass you on to Elkalunk. It's been a while since I've rated Elkalunk, and he's actually doing programming, you know?
Stick your leg.
Clunk, shush, it's not your turn yet. Wait. Hippo is fine. Oh, don't apologize. Don't apologize. It's fine. But yeah, I'm going to pass you on to the Clunk, who is fun and not programming in C, but is programming in something. Also has a game jam on right now, by the way. I didn't even know about this until recently, so I think we should go there and have a look at what it's all about. I'm going to pass you on to Clunk. I was going to shout out. Oh my god, thank you very much for the bits. Thank you. Thank you for the bits, the old fool. Ta-da! Here's where we're going. Doing something on game dev. Hang on, let me read this cryptic title. I bought a horse and now I have a horse. Alkalunk horsemanship? Establishing a chic bond with this noble beast. Perfected sync? Okay. The okay being part of the stream title. Okay, well right now I see him editing a sprite of Mr. Green. So-called Mr. Green. There we are. Take a look. Oh, there we are. Anyway, raid message. Raid message should be, what is the raid message gonna be? It's gonna be like, don't worry, I'm gonna remember, I need to. The raid message can be, cereal. I love eating cereal. Raid. Sure. That can be the raid message. I don't have any good thoughts. I'm sorry. Also, I'm sorry to be disappearing as soon as you've arrived, old fool. I'm sorry. Also, Nora. Ah. Yeah, and also sorry for the short stream, but any longer in my room might actually catch fire. Or melt, one or the other. The two extremes. Either it's going to become ash or liquid. Okay, I'm gone. Bye!